Hello everybody, it's 12/20, December 28th, 2016. My Dyna Magnum 460 arrived. First thing I did was to take out these two side screws on both sides and thoroughly wash them with and clean them, clean all the grease off of them using acetone, and then I used Loctite to screw them back in and tighten them because Magnum rifles tend to recoil these things out over time. Now the first thing I did for mounting my scope was using acetone again to thoroughly wash and cleanse all the grease off of this receiving recoil, receiving rail on the rifle, as well as cleaning and washing thoroughly all the touching metal surfaces on the scope mount and other parts. I mean all the parts of the scope mount. I also did the same on the screws that go in there. Again, thoroughly cleansed them and washed them using acetone and of course cotton swabs. It took me, believe it or not, a full hour of meticulous cleansing, and this is the used cotton swabs. As you can see, there was quite a bit of grease all over the rail and the scope mount. And as a last measure, I dropped all the screws into this little jar of acetone and shook it to make sure they're all thoroughly cleansed, because I'm gonna have to be using Loctite on the threads to make sure that the scope won't quote creep on me, that is moving slightly over time, and that's what knocks the scope off zero. I actually do have a file here of all the steps that I have put together after a long study on the web about how to mount your scope. So the first step, believe it or not, is now done. All the screws and corresponding holes should be degreased with acetone. Also, the scope rail, the gun, on the gun and the corresponding surface on the base, and the scope tube, which is something I have not yet done, but I will get to that later. Now the next steps of mounting a scope properly, meticulously on the gun is going to follow in the next videos. Thank you for watching.